Hello everyone, today I've got a new mystery lot of coins that I picked up at the recent Cookeville, Tennessee coin show. This is a bag of foreign coins and it was £1 for $10, which seems like a pretty poor bargain compared to a lot of the other things I've picked up recently and made recent videos from. However, I've bought from this dealer before and the £1 for $10 has definitely been worth it, so I thought it was a good thing to buy again. So let's go ahead and take this bag. We're going to dump it out on the back of my book here, and I'm going to do something that I've done in some previous videos. If it's a coin that we've already seen before, then we are going to skip it and highlight the or focus on the coins that we haven't seen in a while. So let me pause, pull out those coins, and we'll get started. Certainly some good coins in here that are left. We're going to start with this coin from Brazil. It is an older coin from 1927. It is a 1000 Reis coin. And I feel like I have a couple of these coins that are in really poor shape, so I'm glad to pick this one up. I'm also using my wife's brand new camera. She has her own YouTube channel where she looks at tarantulas. And so I am testing out her camera with this particular video. So if you see me doing things a little bit out of normal, that's what I'm doing. Next we've got a coin from the Netherlands. This one is a I think it's centimes. This is back in... they had a very 80s look to them with all the lines that are going through it, with Queen Beatrix. Next up, this is the one in the bag that I think actually got my attention. It is a I think that's pronounced a one leb. I forgot what this is from. This is from... Okay, I'm going to have to remind myself where this one is from. This is going to be from Bulgaria. This is a one lev coin. It was only made in 2002, and I have to admit I knew nothing about the Bulgarian currency. This actually has a foreign exchange value for those of us in America, foreign exchange value of 56 cents. So Bulgaria is one of those countries that does use the Cyrillic alphabet. And like I said, this bimetallic coin is a one lev coin. So that's the one that I saw in the bag that made me pick up that bag. Next, from, I believe this one's going to be Czechoslovakia. This is going to be 10 koruna. Or I take that back, it's going to be from the Czech Republic from 1993. So one of their earliest coins after they split off from Czechoslovakia, the 10 Czech koruna. Next up, well worn, but we have a British pence with Queen Victoria on it. And so these are not as rare as you would think for the age. Of course, this one has part of the copper is turned green. Looks pretty nasty if you hold it that side, but it does have a date of 1877. There are a lot of people who collect these British pennies, so I always find those pretty interesting. Next up, we have a coin that is actually fairly common. It is a 5-cent coin from Australia. Here is the Queen. And of course, what I like about it is it highlights one of the most famous animals that are native to Australia, with the echidna. And the echidna, if you've never seen one of those before, it is, I think it's the only other animal besides the platypus, which is much more well known, that carry its young in its pouch for a mammal like that. So just always interesting to find one of those, even though they're pretty common. The people who are animal collectors really like those. We have another well-worn British penny. This one's a little bit newer, the 1919. Shows a little bit more detail than the last one, but it also is cleaned since it has the shiny look for something with George V on it, even though it's well-worn. But that's what we have there. Next we have a 2 euro cent. And you may have already seen the other side. This one is going to be from Spain, where it shows the castle on there. What's the date on that one? It is, let me take a close look. That was from 2019. So I think, I'm going to have to go back and look, but I think there are two different versions of some of the Spain coins where they got rid of a ring that was around here, inside of the ring of stars. There was a kind of a circle on here that is no longer there. I believe that makes this version different than many of the older Spain coins that I have seen from the euro. From Yugoslavia, here is a 20 para coin from 1974. From the East Caribbean states, we have a $1 from 2004. I think I had one of these in my last video, but this one has the modern portrait, or at least a more modern portrait of Queen Elizabeth on it. From Turkey, we have a 1,000 lira. This one has a date of 1990, so they were going through some serious inflation issues of their own from the 90s and the early 2000s. From Greece, we have a 10 drachma coin. In my last video, I pondered a question: why do older Greek coins say 10 drachmae and newer coins say 10 drachmas? And I got a really good answer in the comments. I forgot his name, but he was from Cyprus, and he said that they decided to kind of change the way that they speak Greek there in about the 1970s or so. This was before that, when they still used kind of a more formal, ancient-sounding version of Greece, and then going forward, they made it a more, I don't know if you'd call it populist or commoner use of the Greek. So I want to thank him for helping me out understand that. This coin was from 1968, before they made that switch over. And I think there's another Greek coin in here. This lot, I saw it, here it is. And see, the name on that one is, I think that says Aristotle on it, so I'm glad that they have coins of people that I can actually recognize. I took an introduction to Greek, and I've forgotten almost all of it. But another one that still says drachmae, so it was before that. I see a date of 1976 for that 5 drachmae coin. Let me do a quick search and see if there's anything else from Greece on here. I do not. Oh, we do. Here is one more. Here is a 2 drachmas. That one appears to have a date of 1982. We've got a couple of rifles here, and their coins don't actually say Greece on them. If you look around right here, I believe that is pronounced the Hellenic. And on this side, it's going to be the democracy, or demokratia, I guess. So, yeah, I remember a smidgen of Greek. And I forget, this side is kind of awfully spotty, so it's kind of harder to read the name on it. I think that was I don't think this is someone from their history. I think that is a modern ruler that they depict on that coin. It's been in pretty bad shape since it's an old low-value aluminum coin with a hole in it, but this is a 50 groschen coin from Österreich, or Austria. Fairly common. From Norway, in their series in the 60s where they featured a lot of animals, this is a 50 ore coin featuring a dog. And I believe that is going to be King Olav. Next, from French Polynesia, we have this coin from 2001. Still got a pretty good amount of shine to it. And French Polynesia is going to be 10 Tahiti on this 10 francs coin. So I like how it has features some of the Tahitian culture on that coin. Next up, from Brazil, We have this 10 centavos coin from 1975. All these Brazilian coins from about the 60s to the 90s are all made out of stainless steel, so unless they're dirty, they keep their shine to them really nice, free from stains. So here we go, another Brazilian coin from the same series because it has the same obverse on it. Flip that one over, and we have 20 centavos, and that one looks like it features an oil derrick on it. So this one was from 1977, and it's got a really good shine to it. So they were devalued multiple times after 1977, so this is worth next to nothing, but they made for pretty coins, so I really like finding them. Another coin that still looks nice and shiny. We've got this coin from Honduras, 50 centavos de Lempira. From Honduras, this one's dated 1994. Next we're going to feature a couple of coins from Spain. They are both going to be 25 pesetas coins, and Spain during this time, during the 90s or so, they had a lot of commemoratives where every year the coin was going to be different. So for 25 pesetas, features the Canaries. It has the word Canaries right here, so the Canary Islands. And that must be some kind of totem or some feature to the island there. I think that would be, I would guess that side is up for that. Flip it over. We've got España, Spain, and some kind of flower here with the date of 1994. We've got another similar coin, but from a different year. This one is from 1992. We've got the 25 pesetas from featuring Sevilla. I think it's really tiny to my eyes, but I think that is picked up on camera. If I remember that, I believe that's a city or a castle. I forgot which. My dad was a fan of going to Spain on vacation. He just loved the old architecture, and I remember him talking about Sevilla being one of his favorite cities. On this side, we've got that almost makes you dizzy right there. They've got that kind of globe sphere look embedded onto it. So I like both of these 25 peseta coins. Next up, we have this coin that looks like it's going to be the letter E or maybe the number 3, but that's actually in Arabic, that's going to be the number 4. And this is a coin from about circa 1956, although in the Arabic calendar, I forget the date, that's 1367. I'm probably messing that up, but this is going to be from Saudi Arabia. This is a 4 gersh coin. Saudi Arabian coins have the 2 swords with a palm tree on top of it. So this is the 4 gersh. Next up, we have a coin from South America. Here is a coin from Chile with their liberator, Bernardo Higgins. At least, let me take a closer look. Yes, it even says Liberator B.O. Higgins from Chile. This is a 1 peso from 1979. Here is an FAO coin with the kind of the scalped edge. You can tell that it's FAO because it says "Food for All" at the top. Anytime you see a coin that highlights growing food, that is going to be an FAO coin. This one is 10 cents from 1975, and I think it's Vietnam. No, it is going to be from Swaziland. So an African country that you don't get a lot of coins from, and especially not any new ones, because the country has changed names to Eswatini. So that is always good to find a coin from there. Those are pretty rare. Next up, a country that's been in the news a lot recently, we've got this 50 kopeck coin from Ukraine. So by now, if you've been watching the news, you probably recognize the Ukrainian design there. I don't remember what it stands for, but a lot of their coins did not really change in design much ever since they were first minted in about 1992. So they've kept a similar design on a lot of their coins for many years. That is the 50 kopeck. Next up, it's going to be our second coin from Bulgaria. And we have I guess a knight on horseback, and I guess that almost looks like a dog or something like that at the feet of the horse. It's kind of an interesting detail. This is going to be a 20 statinki from 1999. We have a German Third Reich coin. A lot of history buffs will find these coins interesting, even if, of course, we all do not like what the Third Reich stood for. We do find the coins interesting from a history perspective, especially when it's a little bit hidden by some of the zinc corrosion on here, but there is a swastika underneath the eagle on this coin, dated 1941, and this side is in really bad shape. And of course, zinc coins get extra ugly looking because their corrosion makes it turn white. But this is going to be one, I guess it's going to be one Reichspfennig. Kind of tough to tell through all that corrosion. Okay, we have another coin from Spain, and this is one that I don't see very often at all, even though it's not a high value coin. Juan Carlos I, King of Spain. And that looks like a date of 1992. This is going to be a 10 pesetas. And I just don't see these very often. This is a smaller design that this would have been worth about 6 cents before they switched to the euro, just to kind of show you what that is worth. So by then they had to start making the coins quite smaller. Next we have a coin from Belgium. I'm thinking this design is from about the 30s or 20s maybe. We'll take a look. This is going to be 1920, I think that says 1923. Hopefully you can see it better on the camera than I can. 50 centimes, good for 50 centimes, bon pour. This is going to be the point where I mentioned there are two versions of almost all modern Belgium coins for the two different languages, Belgique and Belgique, as the different country names that we see on their coins. Our final coin tonight is going to be right here. Let me flip it over. If you ever see this design, it's either going to be from Ceylon, or if it's a newer coin, from Sri Lanka, because it has this design of the, I guess that's a lion holding a sword inside of a ring with the crown at the very top. And you'll see pretty much all of the modern Sri Lanka coins have essentially this design on one side of the coin. And then on the other side we've got 25. I see a date of 1971. Let me look really close. It might have something in English. And it does. So of course they're going to they've got a former British territory, so there is going to be English on it. The very bottom line, it does say 25 cents on here, plus there are other languages here that I cannot understand. All right. For a 25-cent coin, it does have the security reading that I'm used to seeing in Hong Kong, but don't really remember seeing that as much on coins from Sri Lanka. So there we go. That is our coin set from this $10 lot. We've had so many good 2-pound lots with for $10 here recently that it almost feels like this one is a pretty bad buy compared to what we've seen here recently. But I think this was a good purchase, a good pickup. And my personal favorite was that Belgium bimetallic coin that we have here. And I wish my quick research could have told me more about who is depicted on this particular coin. But tell me what you think of this video from a video quality compared to if you've seen some of my other videos. I am using my wife's camera. She's going to take videos of, she needs something that does more of a macro, and while you would think getting a close-up of coins would be something that we'd really want, that's not really my style, but maybe I could try that really quick. Let me see if I can get a super close-up on this coin. Well, look at that. We can get a super close-up of this coin. So let's take a look here. I think I know just enough Cyrillic to say that says Bulgaria at the very bottom of the coin. Here's the other side, a 1 Lev, 2002. That side's not quite as interesting, although you're seeing how it's got kind of the slashes that go between the metals on this side. Well, if I'm going to get a close-up of it, I might as well look up who it is. And so the words across the top here, so we can get our close-up there. It is the name of this individual. It is Saint Ivan Rilski, or Saint John of Rila. This would be, he is known as Bulgaria's patron saint. Lived circa 876 through 946. He is known as the first Bulgarian hermit and founder of the grandest monastery in Bulgaria. This coin was released on September 2nd, 2002. And so the name across the top there is for Saint Ivan Rilski. So thought that was I do like this close-up mode, but it's almost too much for a coin to get to that close. Let's try that on, while I've got this coin, let's try it on the Sevilla coin from Spain. That coin is small enough that you can fit almost the whole thing on here. You see the date of 92 at the bottom. You can see the Sevilla at the bottom, and the castle on the right, 25 pesetas, and then here's that intricate just a globe. España, 1992. I know I have this coin, but I just think that looking at the globe right there is something I find fascinating. Let me pull up the other. They're going to focus. How close do I have to get? This camera does not want to show you this other coin from Spain. Well, I should probably cut it off there, unless there is something else that we need to see on here. All right. How about this one? We're going to focus on this one. No, it is not. Well, I tried. All right, for my next video, I think I'm going to go back to my normal camera, and I'd plug my wife's channel, but there's probably not much overlap between people who like foreign coins and tarantulas, so that would not be very fruitful. All right, thanks for watching, and I do have a playlist I'm going to link here at the end called the CMID TN Foreign Coins Showcase. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.